Okay, now what we're going to talk about is forward movement and complement that backward movement. And why do we do forward movements and why do we do backward movements? It's basically to move around to where we need to be in the sky, and part of skydiving is jumping with others. And if we don't learn how to do forward movement or backward movement, we're never going to be able to dock up with our other skydivers. And we'll talk about docking in another video, but right now we're just going to talk about forward movement and backwards movement. Okay, right now we're just going to basically demo, Casey's going to demo how we're going to get forward movement. Basically what we're going to start is by extending the legs, bringing the arms in. When you're halfway to your point, you're going to coast and go back to the neutral position. And in order to stop, she's going to put her arms back out in front of her. Okay, what we're going to do first of all, you're just going to be in your nice stable arch. You're going to check your altimeter, make sure you're altitude aware. You're going to find your instructor, who should be a little ways out in front of you, approximately 10, 12 feet, something like that. The first thing you're going to do to start your forward movement is extend those legs out. And what this does is the material on your jumpsuit is going to catch more air, and it's going to start to cause you to go forward. To increase that speed, she's going to bring her arms in to counter that resistance here in the front. And again, with this air coming off the back, that's going to start her forward. When she wants to start to stop, she's going to go back to a neutral position, back into the arch. She'll coast forward, and then when she's ready to stop, she's going to extend those arms out to the front. Again, that creates the wind resistance up here to the front to stop that forward movement, and this neutral position will stop that forward movement on her. Okay, we're going to start out in our natural arch position. We're going to make sure we check our altimeter, make sure we're still altitude aware. But let's say we need to create a little distance between us and another jumper or our instructor. In order to do that, we're still going to leave our legs in our neutral arch position. We're just going to extend those arms out in front of us. What that's going to do is create wind resistance right up here and start pushing us backwards. And it'll create that separation and move us backwards. In order to stop that, basically bring those arms back to the neutral position. If you're still sliding just a little bit, all you need to do is stick those legs out just a little bit more, and that should stop you from sliding backwards. Okay, let's talk about how our forward movement is going to help us dock with our instructor or another skydiver. First thing she's going to do before she starts this forward movement to get to her docking is she's going to check her altimeter, make sure she's altitude aware, make sure she has plenty of altitude. Next thing she's going to do is extend those legs out to start to catch some air. Bring these arms back. She's going to start to move forward towards her instructor. She's going to go back to a neutral position. She's going to be able to grab her instructor's hands. The one thing she wants to make sure she doesn't do is stick her arms completely out, because that's going to cause her to backslide. What she'll do is she'll let go of her instructor. She'll check her altimeter, make sure she's still got plenty of altitude. This gives her instructor a chance to back up, and basically we'll repeat the process until we get to the breakoff altitude.